And WION continues to track the latest on the big weather story from India, and that is Cyclone Fani, which has hit the Odisha coast this morning around 8 a.m. IST. The landfall triggered heavy rainfall coupled with high-velocity winds with a speed of over 250 km per hour in vast areas. The process of landfall is expected to continue for the next 2 hours. The area along Puri is witnessing winds with a speed of 142 km per hour that could reach up to 180 to 200 km per hour. According to the Met Department, large areas in Puri and other places were submerged with water as heavy rains battered the entire coastal belt of the state. Several trees were uprooted and thatched structures destroyed at some places, including Bhubaneswar.
ये फार्म हुआ था डिप्रेशन के रूप में 26 अप्रैल को वो 5 डिग्री की साउथ पे श्रीलंका के ईस्ट पे इक्वेटर के पास 4-5 डिग्री की नॉर्थ पे फॉर्म हुआ था। वहां से लगातार 8वां दिन ऊपर आते आते अभी विशाखापट्टनम की पूर्वी ओर वो 160 किलोमीटर की दूर केंद्रित है। अब जो है 20-21 किलोमीटर की पर आवर की रफ्तार से और पूरी उड़ीसा तट की ओर सेम उद्धृति जो पहले थी एक्सट्रीमली सीवियर साइक्लोनिक स्टॉर्म का जो स्ट्रेंथ है उसी के साथ आगे बढ़ रही है।
Around 10,000 villages and more than 50 towns lie in the path of this cyclone. Evacuations are being conducted on a war footing across 11 coastal districts of Odisha. The temple town of Puri is in the direct line of cyclone's path. Measures are also being taken to protect the famous Lord Jagannath temple in Puri. People are being shifted to 4,000 storm shelters. Almost 1 million people have already been evacuated to temporary shelters. All schools and educational institutions in the state have been shut. All flights from Bhubaneswar have been cancelled from midnight yesterday. Kolkata's airport will be shut between 9:30 p.m. on Friday till 6 p.m. on Saturday Indian Standard Time. The railways have cancelled more than 200 trains that pass along the coast. On Saturday, the cyclone is likely to move along the Bengal coast towards Bangladesh. And for more details on the cyclone, let's also go across to our correspondent Pooja Mehta, who's joining us live from Digha to get all the latest. Pooja, what is the current situation? As I can see, there are gusty winds that are surrounding you at this moment. How is West Bengal dealing with the landfall now that it's finally happened?
Well, Akanksha, all I can tell you is extremely gusty winds. It's extremely difficult for us to even stand here, but I am in East Midnapur district of West Bengal, and it is a coastal district and a very important tourist spot. This place in Digha has been almost evacuated. The beach line has been evacuated. I'll show you. It is still a few hours to go before the Cyclone Fani approaches the Bengal coast, but you can see the waves are swelling and the waters are quite choppy, and there are no people on the beach line. Either most of the tourists have left or they are in the process of leaving the Digha tourist spot. And like I was sharing, extremely choppy waters and the sea is swelling. Right now, the NDRF, the state authorities, the district authorities have sounded a red alert. They are not allowing anyone to come near the sea beach, and there are almost no one on the beach line. However, very important development which I would share is that the West Bengal Chief Minister in the run-up to Lok Sabha elections had back-to-back public meetings. However, the two public meetings which were to be held today and tomorrow, they have been cancelled in the wake of Cyclone Fani. She will be stationed in Midnapur to monitor the situation round the clock, because it is going to be extremely serious for West Bengal, because it is being said that this very severe cyclonic storm Fani is the most serious that the coastline has ever seen in the last 2 decades. Remember, in 2009, Bengal had faced Aila, and the speed was close to 110 and 112 kilometers per hour, but it is being said it is going to be more severe than Aila.
Absolutely, very rightly mentioned by you, Pooja, that this is indeed a very severe cyclone that India has experienced in the last 2 decades. The Met Department has also classified this as an extremely severe cyclone. We can see that the waters are extremely choppy as you just panned the camera for our viewers. Now, the Met Department has also extended a warning for inland flooding. Are there any worries of West Bengal being submerged?
Absolutely. In the last 2 hours, Kolkata and all the adjoining areas have started experiencing rainfall, though it is moderate rainfall. But the Met Department has predicted heavy to very heavy showers in districts like Kolkata, Hooghly, the north and east, the north and south Chobis Pargana, the east and west Midnapur. As a result of which the Met Department has said that all the low-lying areas will be completely inundated. In the wake of, Cyclone Fani, the Kolkata Municipal Corporation have cancelled leaves of all the engineers and all the concerned departments so that as soon as there is waterlogging, it can be addressed.
Right. Pooja, also, the cyclone is hitting right in the middle of the Lok Sabha elections. How has the cyclone impacted the Lok Sabha elections in West Bengal?
Well, absolutely. All the campaign rallies that were to take place in East, West Midnapur, in Howrah, Hooghly and North and South 24 Parganas have been put on hold. The most important being the West Bengal Chief Minister cancelling public meetings that were to be held today and tomorrow. And she said it that she is going to stay in the control room, monitor the situation round the clock right from this district in Midnapur so that there is no loss of life and damage to property and the state administration can swing into action immediately. Akanksha?
Also, it's important to talk about for all our international viewers, who are not relatively familiar with the geography of India, why, are most of the land cyclones, stemming from the east coast in India? All right.
Well, absolutely. In this case too, the very severe cyclonic storm Fani has developed in the Bay of Bengal and it has affected Andhra Pradesh. It gradually moved towards Odisha coast and now it is all set to enter West Bengal, eventually move into Bangladesh. The fact that this system has formed over Bay of Bengal and this coastline is closest to the Bay of Bengal, as a result of which this particular all these particular places are being affected in the cyclonic storm Fani.
Right, Pooja, and it's also important to point out to our viewers at the moment, as we can see these visuals coming in from Odisha and West Bengal of the landfall that's finally taken place. You also are reporting live from Digha, which has been completely gripped by gusty winds of high wind speed, roughly up to 200 kilometers per hour. We also panned the camera for our viewers to show those choppy waters, as inland flooding is another threat which is now being posed since the landfall has taken place. So Pooja Mehta is bringing us all those details from Digha in West Bengal, remember, which is one of the states in India that is highly impacted by this cyclone. The Army, the Navy, the Air Force, Coast Guard and disaster management agencies are fully prepared and on standby. As earlier, the Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi also chaired a high-level meeting to gauge the preparedness of the officials. Let's also go back to Pooja, who's reporting live from the coastal city of Digha from the Midnapur district in West Bengal. Pooja, if you can hear me, what is the level of preparedness of the NDRF and the coastal guards, including the Navy, of course?
Well, as many as 6 NDRF teams have been deployed in West Bengal, one in East Midnapur, another in West Midnapur, and all the other places which are likely to be affected by cyclonic storm Fani. Besides that, the state administration has deployed its own disaster disaster management group teams and the SDRF. Yesterday, the Chief Secretary of West Bengal government held a high-level meeting at the state secretariat with all the stakeholders like the NDRF, the Coastal Security Department and PWD, Corporation, the Indian Navy, Indian Army, and they have been given to understand that everyone is at the highest level of preparedness. What is more challenging is that once this whole cyclone subsides, the post-tragedy situation which needs to be handled, because right now not a single NDRF team or the disaster management group officials are out. It will only be, they will spring into action only after this particular storm subsides, because a lot of trees will be uprooted, a lot of light poles and electricity poles will be uprooted. So there is highest level of preparedness among all these stakeholders.
Very rightly said, Pooja. In fact, just a while ago, I was looking at some pictures posted by the NDRF team of all those uprooted trees. And here's a word of praise for your brave reporting out there from Digha. We can see that you've managed to actually stand tall amongst those gusty winds. Thank you so much for bringing us all the latest from West Bengal. Now, also to get an insight into what this storm or the cyclone Fani